Someday you'll be a full-fledged member.
Right now she's just a baby.
I won't address that. Is there like conditions, like if you don't take it off, you're just not welcome? Like you gotta take your shirt off to be a member? You know?
I don't know, I haven't asked.
You get your booty badge, like, I took it off!
I don't join clubs.
Not ones that would have you as a member. Alrighty, now! How y'all doing? Sober?
Oh boy.
No.
Not really.
I hear a lot of nopes and little bits. If I hear yeses, boo. Little bits, keep working. No, right on. It's all about the booze. It makes the night so much fun. It's like karaoke. The more drunk you get, the funner it is for everybody. Especially when the performers are drunk. Sweet Caroline. No, guys, come on. Come sing with me. Come on.
Fill me up. I ain't driving.
All right. Now, our next performer coming to the stage is an amazing man who does amazing things, even though we have no idea what he's going to be doing. Please put him together in a big way for Ski!
He really wanted to get drunk. He brought his drink with him.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. I'm really good with my Shirley Temples.
That's what we all say.
It makes him really strong.
So one of the most frustrating things that's ever been told to me was years and years ago when I was in the Army. I know you guys have all heard of the friend zone, where you have female friends, in my case, female friends who are like, gosh, you know, I can't date you. I think of you like my brother. And at the time, those were the worst things anybody had ever said to me, because after so many female friends, you get to the point of, there must be something wrong with me. I mean, how many times can I remind all of these different women of their fucking brothers? And so I began to interpret it as they were too kind to tell me what the actual problem was. And when I asked them, like, is there something that I'm not doing right? Is there something that I'm not expressing or doing or saying? What can I do to change to become something other than your brother? And invariably the answer I would get was, don't change. You're a great guy. You just need to find the right girl. And it's just not me. You just need to find the right person. One of the worst things that has ever been said to me, and the one that I knew was bullshit as soon as it came out of her mouth, was, don't change. Because I have always changed. Because we have always changed. Which started me thinking, who are we? And this is a thought that's persisted ever since. I do a lot of my pieces up here on the nature of who we are, what our character is, what our ourselves truly are. Now think of all the ways you've changed since you were a kid. Have you ever seen like the Facebook posts that say, you know, what would the you from your childhood say or think of the you that you've become? And in many cases, you know, really disappointed. You're not an astronaut yet. You haven't destroyed the Earth. You haven't done something, whatever it was that you were supposed to do. We all have our dreams. But we don't have... We kind of hold ourselves accountable to this past, this imaginary self that we were supposed to have been when we were a child. And it makes me wonder, who are we? How can we really tell? So when somebody says to you, don't change, you're perfect, obviously it's bullshit, because you're going to change. The second they say those words, you are dying a little inside. You are changing. You can't help it. And you shouldn't try to help it. You should embrace this change, is the philosophy I've always run with. If there's something new, by God, I'm going to fucking try it, because I want to see how I react to the new experiences of life. But that isn't how they give it to you. That isn't how people tell you your personality is. They make it seem like you started off as this perfect, amazing thing, and you've just gotten more sullied with age. Like, oh, you know, when you were a kid, you were great, but now that you're 20, you're getting jaded. Now that you're 30, man, You've lost so many of your dreams. You're just this bent, broken shell. Now that you're 40, now that you're 50, look at you, you don't got anything left. You're just this like car wreckage drifting along on your last dregs of gas. But is that really all we are? Are we imagined like a candle inside of a veiled lantern? And the more we learn, the more we change, the more we grow, it just gets dirtier and the light more and more obscured until at some point, tottering along in our 80s or 90s or 100s, you can't see the light at all except through accidental cracks in the lantern? Or can we not change? Is there something inside of you when you are 2, when you are 12, when you are 22, when you're 32, 42, 52, that's still the same you? Even if all of the experiences that make you have changed, is there still something, a little smile, a little way of looking, a laugh, something that somebody who knew you decades ago would go, oh my God, that's you. I didn't recognize you until you did that one thing. That was totally my dad. Once he laughed, he had a laugh like nobody else. I'm not saying it was a good laugh, but he had a laugh that was like nobody else, and people would find him out of crowds and be like, I thought it was you. It's that laugh. And so much about him had changed. So much about me has changed. So much about each of you changes all the time. So I don't think we're a lantern that just gets progressively more covered with shit the more experiences we have. I think the person that you are, the character that you are, the real you, doesn't really change. It's invincible, and it shines through, no matter what happens, which gives you this incredible freedom. You can change however you want and not change at all. So, change. You'll never change who you're all. You just become more you.